with it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, snap with it. All my ladies, pop your backs with it, do it, do it, do it, do it. You know the world be rocking to it. Do
That
it.
was
We're gonna
beautiful,
do it,
Maggie.
Brandon.
We're gonna do it.
Thanks, Brandon.
Some people in this episode couldn't do it, or get it done, but we're
hmm
gonna do it and get
We're
it
gonna do
done.
it. We have something
Mhm.
to do, and we're gonna do it.
We do. I do have on snake skin,
Do
um,
it.
to
Okay, fly
commemorate Rob as a nod to him.
guy. Mm.
But because he's a snake, not a traitor. Mm.
Correct, correct.
But
I feel like that's like bad sportsmanship.
oh
If you don't
well,
get the fuck out of here,
that was
bad
wild.
sportsmanship.
I was like, sir, she already said your name once.
Also, you have some nerve. What about your fucking sportsmanship last night? The fuck?
But
And
that's
the day
the Rob.
before.
That's the Love Island Rob. He got mad
Mm-hmm.
at Leah for being
Mm-hmm.
annoyed that he liked another girl and wouldn't tell her. So
To
now
her face.
Candiace is gonna
Mm-hmm.
get her get back for Lisa, and it's like that's bad sportsmanship.
It's always somebody else's fault, not your own.
Hmm.
Come on.
Typical Rob. This is, you know what? I
Typical man
wish,
behavior. Sorry to if you're not a
basically,
man that acts like this, but seems like the trend is.
the
Oh,
trend is this.
is it time to take responsibility? Uh, because I don't know how to do that.
Period. Speak to it, Maggie. Uh, but I do wish there was someone there that had watched a Love Island because they would know how Rob is.
Mora, but she's too, she's like, oh, Rob, carry me.
She,
she's, they're
she
allies, so she's not gonna look at him.
exactly. She's like, he's the only one she knows. I get it.
I,
But she should at
yeah,
least have in the back of her mind that maybe. But
yeah.
it seems like nobody does, even after
Mm-mm.
everything. Do my
Yeah,
eyes look super red?
they do look a little red.
Like my eyelids, they're red for the YouTube watchers. They're red. I don't know if it's the weather, like they're a little dry or like something because it's been
Hmm.
colder here. Some
Mm-hmm.
days it's worse than others. There was a day where it almost went away completely and then it came back. So I'm also convinced it's my shower head and I need a new one. So I did order a new one. And
Your shower head?
yeah, I don't know if it's something like it just needs to be like because it's a little like I clean it, but it looks a little like wear and like I've had it for a year. I'm like, I
Oh,
need to
I
get a new
see.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's at its
Okay.
end. So I've convinced myself that that's what it is. It probably isn't because it's just my eyes, really. But still,
I don't know. There's your skin is different in different places, so
this is
I trust
true.
your theory. And you're right about almost everything.
You know what, Maggie? Thank you. Um,
Period.
so I'll keep y'all updated if that helps. It comes Monday. So we'll see.
Speaking
Um,
of faces, does my cheek look swollen on this side? I actually think
no,
it
I
does.
don't think so. Maybe a
My
little, but no.
my jaw is like swollen. I need to get my wisdom teeth taken out. But like on this
Oh,
side, they're like inflamed. Since we're talking about our appearances, don't look at my face.
I don't think it does. I think because I think you have more of a shadow on the other side of your face. But I don't think it like I think that's
That
just
reminds
lighting.
me. That reminds me. This girl at work. Is this funny? Tell me if this is funny or not. We can cut it out.
Okay.
This girl at work was like, "Oh my God, Magdala, your teeth are so white. Like, what do you do?" And I was like, "Maybe it's just the contrast." Because somebody has told me that before, and I was like,
Uh,
maybe they just look white because my face is black.
you know, I,
Because up close, I don't think I actually want to get my teeth whitened because
I
I
think
think
you
they
have
could be
white
whiter.
teeth. I've never noticed your
Really?
teeth not white.
This is so interesting.
So,
Wow.
hey,
New compliment unlocked.
white teeth?
Yeah, I've never got that. Or like nice teeth. Oh, you have nice teeth.
Oh, nice teeth. Okay.
Or maybe it's because of the Invisalign. Ooh, Invisalign, sponsor us.
Oh, yes, please do. I don't have any, but I had braces. So it's almost the same thing.
You had braces, Brandon?
Before we
When?
knew each other. It was like
Really?
high school.
Wow, I thought I knew everything about you.
Well,
I was talking to someone, and they're like, "How do you know Brandon?" I was like, "Well, tell you that it was my first friend in college, and I started bothering him, and we've been
Listen
friends
to
ever since.
episode 1 of The Shade of It All, where we get all into it.
Our origin story. Go back if you want to hear it.
Yes. But with that, hey y'all, I'm Brandon.
I'm Maggie. Brandon, you look great. I look
Thank you.
great. We're
Period.
we're look great, and we're gonna do it.
And we're gonna do it because this is what the shade of it all.
Period.
So with that, we're here to talk about Traitors. The recent episode, episode 8, I believe. What did you think of this episode?
It was kind of lackluster. Not gonna hold you. I was like, is everybody bored?
Okay, I thought the same thing, but the internet was like, this is one of the best. Like, people thought it was so interesting. I was like,
This?
right. I'm
We
like,
didn't even get a roundtable fight, and the challenge was weird. Like nothing really. It was like supposed to be funny, but it wasn't.
yeah, it was like maybe a little, but then it went on too long. And I was like, okay,
Yeah, no, it was kind of like it was interesting, but in terms of like excitement, I don't feel like that was there. It was really like
no.
kind of straightforward. They talked about a person and then they voted that person out. And they did a challenge in the middle.
Yeah. So I don't like, I thought the Rob and, what was it? Candiace. Why did I blank on her name? Candiace. Rob and Candiace sit down. That was good, but it was brief.
Very brief. And he barely said anything.
Yeah. So I don't
Hmm.
know. It's just like it was
Yeah, it
fine.
was like meh,
It was meh. It was disappointing. I will say
mid.
it made it so I of course we're gonna continue watching, but I'm not emotionally invested really. Like I'm kind of like whoever wins wins.
Yeah, I kind of want the faithful to lose now.
A little bit, because I'm kind of like, are
Since y'all
we
want to be dumb, lose.
like I'm kind of like, you know what, Rob? If you take it, is what it is.
I don't even care that Chris is playing anymore. Sorry.
You know it's bad.
You know it's bad when they don't even care to see Kristen win.
LOL.
Talking about it can't be him. Oh my god, I hate you guys.
Not even a little suspicion after everything.
Right. Right. It's almost as if they haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
Because if a traitor says somebody's name before they go down, you should at least think about that person. At
At
least a
least
little bit.
consider it.
Cause they're probably giving you a traitor, right? To cover their own ass. So
Yeah.
you don't notice them. This has happened historically. In the history of traitors, this is how it goes, right? We saw
Basically.
Boston Rob go down, and then who they voted out? No, Boston Rob took down Bob the Queen. And then
Hmm.
right after that, they went after Boston Rob because they're like, how were you so sure? How did you know that?
Yeah.
You know? I guess methods are a little different here, but
You
if
know,
y'all lose, you lose.
basically, I do have many thoughts because I blame Rob, but I do have to blame Candace a little bit or a lot of it. I have to blame everyone, all parties.
Yeah, you think her throwaway vote was that damning?
I mean, I didn't think at the time, but apparently it was, and I was like,
But Dorinda did it too.
I really didn't like. We'll get into it, but I was just like, because I remember last week we were kind of like, oh, maybe it could, because now Rob will come after her. I didn't think the faithfuls would cling to it like that.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I don't
I
know.
didn't think it was that deep.
I didn't either. Some people online said like, oh, it would come back to her like when it happened last week, and I was like, maybe, but I don't know. But it turns out it really did.
It's so
Um,
interesting that her vote mattered, but they're still not looking at the person she voted for.
that
Like,
part.
bing, bing, bing. We're so close. All the signs point to. And then we just
Right.
stop. We just stop our critical thinking.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't be too mad because she was a traitor. So whatever it takes to spot it, sure. But then
Yeah.
let's take it a step further. Who
Yeah.
did she write?
Keep going.
Keep going. They're like, nope,
Keep trying.
we're good.
Too
Johnny,
late.
too late. Ugh, I need Giselle on the show.
Oh,
Um,
she'd be so good. I bet
she'd
they're
be
gonna cast her
funny.
next season.
I don't think she'd be a good traitor,
No.
but she'd be a funny faithful.
Yeah, she would be a funny faithful.
And for that, I'd like to see it.
I'm also
Um,
critical of Candiace because I felt like she could have defended herself a little bit better. But
Same. There was the thing is, she was just a few steps behind.
yeah,
I don't think she
because
realized the damage,
mm-mm.
but also I guess she just shouldn't have done that vote.
And also the Colton thing.
Yes, which I'm on the fence about that one. Ultimately, though, I forgive her for everything because she got him out of the show. So I was like, you
I
know what?
I love women's rights and wrongs.
Period. So I was okay with that. But
Yeah.
let's start with the episode. Let's get into it. Um, it starts with the turret,
Yes.
and he's like, "Good evening, Rob," to Candiace, and Candiace looks pissed.
Hmm.
And she's like, or he says, "You seem pretty mad at me." And he says, as a person, he feels bad, but as a player, Lisa had to go. And I'm like, not
Are you?
no, but you didn't have to lead the charge,
Yeah, you did a little too much.
which should look suspicious, but I guess it doesn't. Um, Candace says Rob is dangerous and will look you in the eye and stab you in the back. Very true.
Hmm.
Um, and then Candace ultimately says there wasn't enough evidence for her to vote for Lisa, so she did a throwaway vote. And Rob's like, she's lying to me right now. So I'm not going to tell her that I have information that Colton has been saying her name. I'm like, okay, all
All right.
right.
Is that bad sportsmanship? Because she's like on your team, But okay,
You
sure.
know,
Sure, Jan.
sure, Jan. It depends. Alan arrives and says the awkwardness is palpable. And ultimately, they have a decision. They can recruit a traitor or they can murder someone. Both ultimately decide it's better not to recruit. I think Rob seemed a little more for not recruiting, but Candace didn't
Yeah.
seem against it.
Yeah.
Um, Mostly because she doesn't want someone to come in and help Rob take her out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
They're like, we're not even working together right now. Like, we're basic, our alliance is broken, the trust is gone. Recruiting someone just doesn't make any sense right now.
Yeah, we can't bring someone else in at this point, even though I wonder, depending on who, if it could have helped her, but I don't know. Mm. But Rob said that since he wanted not to recruit, Candace can take the reins. So they go through a list of people and who to murder. They say Steven could be good because it's random and it could confuse people. I'm like, but no, because people think he could be a traitor. But so don't do that. Then Colton, because he's loud and he can turn people. I'm like, yes, but he did also say your name, so I don't know, but also
Hmm.
do it. And then they say Natalie doesn't implicate either. Um, so we don't really get to see who they murder at that time. But Candace says she
Yeah.
wants to make Rob feel like she's on his team and that a careful assassin serves her revenge cold.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Assassin.
And then Rob tells us that he took Candace's queen and she's running low on valuable pieces.
Oh, I hate him so much.
I know. I'm like, shut up, Rob.
Can you
Anyways,
go home?
we get to breakfast. Tara, Maura, Eric, and Johnny arrive. They wonder if there was a recruitment at all. Dorinda and Kristen arrive. Dorinda is just shook that Lisa was a traitor.
Hmm.
And then they start to question like who would be a traitor, who would just flip out of nowhere and like change their behavior. And Maura brings up Candace. And she's just doesn't understand. How do I do a Maura accent? That was not it.
It's very, I only catch it on Tink and I only catch it on Tree.
Understand, understand.
Where
A
is she from
throwaway vote.
again? There you go. There you go.
I can only say those words. Nothing else I could do. Um, but a throwaway vote on
I can't.
Candace, on
Hmm.
Rob.
Her
She's very
accent
much
is
stuck on that.
adorable. I was like,
It
you think?
is.
I just love hearing her talk. I was like, please keep talking.
I think she's from Ireland.
Ireland. That makes
Hmm.
sense.
It's unlike Candace to do a throwaway vote. Johnny does push back and says she just didn't want to vote for a housewife. So, okay. because of this, the narrative that it was a throwaway vote, it's inconsistent for Candiace.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they'll use like, because you were so like steadfast in voting for Donna, and then you wanted to vote for Ron. So now
Mm-hmm.
just this throwaway vote. And I'm just like, okay, but like they're gone.
Right.
So any vote is a new vote.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the sense that it was random that is not like Candace.
And then Dorinda even said, I throw a vote away. And they're like, yours is different. And I'm like, how? How is it different?
LOL.
And then also, when a housewife votes for a housewife or doesn't vote for a housewife, it's all of a sudden something. You know what I
That's
mean?
the thing.
Like,
You can't
fix
win
it.
because if you protect a housewife, you're suspicious. If you don't,
Mhm.
you're suspicious.
Right. So if I was her, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it.
It's iffy, but Candace or Johnny tells Kristen he's back on Colton. Candace and Mark arrive.
It's funny, I forgot.
And it's like, okay, wrong, but here for it. Um, Candace is excited because the murder is going to shake things up. Johnny brings up the throwaway vote, and Candace says she didn't want to throw out a vote she wasn't sure about. And Mara's like, but didn't you do that with Rob? And she's like, well, no, I knew no one was going to vote for him.
Hmm.
And this is where I was listening to Rob as a podcast, and Puya and Rob were talking. And I was like, they made a good point where they said, Candace should have never called it a throwaway vote.
Yeah.
Because when you call it that, you make it seem random, but then maybe you start to go for that person. It's confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like maybe she should have just owned it as more than that.
I don't know why they're putting so much stock in. They're really dissecting it. And I'm like, I get
Hmm.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm
No, I agree.
also, a part of me is also like, why are we thinking about it so much? But since you have nothing, since you're grasping at straws, you're gonna look into this. So yeah, I guess Candice made a mistake here with this throwaway idea.
Yeah. Steven, Natalie, and Rob arrive, which means bye, Colton.
That's insane. I was so surprised by this. Were you?
I was too, because I didn't think Rob would let her. But it was smart.
Yeah.
It was smart of him. Um, not for because the thing is, what we'll see is it's exposed that Colton said Candace's name and now he's murdered, but he only said it to Rob and Mora. At least it
Yeah.
seemed that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it also doesn't seem as though people cared that much about that part. Again, they're really focused on the vote. So
Mm.
maybe it was an additional thing to support it, but like it didn't seem like too much like anybody really gave a fuck about that part.
Yeah.
So I don't think it did what maybe he kind of thought as far as like, oh, he said her name and now he's gone. So it's a direct line. But what I do think it did was it kind of made it seem as though less that he was a traitor because they
Yeah.
were so close.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
We'll see.
We get a flashback to the turret. Candace says Colton is loud and messy and they need to take out their king. And then we get Colton reading his note that he's been murdered. He says Candace's throwaway vote was sloppy gameplay and he wants Rob to win. To which I say, bye, pumpkin. Bye, pumpkin. See
Wanting
yourself
Rob to win
out.
is hilarious. Wanting Rob to win is so funny.
Bye,
Let's let Rob win
pumpkin.
then. And now I'm rooting for Rob. Cool.
I am too, actually, at this point.
At this
So
point,
that may be the only thing I agree with you, Colton. Let's let Rob win.
might as well.
um, Candace wanted to cut the alliance between Rob and Colton. The others at the breakfast table, they're all talking about the murder. Rob drops his fork. Remember that. And Rob quotes Mark Twain to us and says Colton was saying her name, and this would draw a direct line to Candace. Again, I don't really think so because he didn't tell Candace. He only told two people. If I'm Mora, But Maura's not connecting these dots.
Oh, Laura. I don't think she's thinking about it, Brandon.
She's not thinking about it. Um, um,
Yeah, no. It didn't seem to matter in the end.
it didn't, but we'll see if maybe it comes up at a later date. Um, Alan arrives and he says he doesn't need to paint them a picture for tonight's mission. Um, and then so it's after breakfast and they're all getting together. Candiace plans on turning the focus on people who no one has looked at. Um, Kristen is questioning everything since Colton was murdered. So she's like, I was convinced it was him, so I don't know who to trust now.
Yeah.
Tara still doesn't trust Natalie, and she says she's so bad at this and doesn't know why she's still here, which is funny. I like Tara.
If you think about it, the reason why they're still there is because it benefits the traitors.
That's exactly why, Tara.
The traitors like you, Tara, so you can stay.
Right. They're like, you're not going to figure anything out. Until watch it be that she's the one who clocks Rob.
Look, we talked about this skater alliance. Tara Johnny, Tara Johnny. I think it's gonna matter at some point. I also think Kristen is gonna matter more too. I
I
don't know
think,
why. The
yeah,
three of them, I'm thinking.
something's going to happen. I think maybe they'll get it together, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Steven, Rob, Mark, Natalie, and Eric meet the Dagger Six. I don't like this alliance. Um, Eric is thinking maybe Candiace, and Rob is too because of the vote, and I think Mark as well. Natalie was shocked by the vote, and Rob does say that the last thing Colton said to him last night was Candiace.
He ain't
So
shit.
Candiace tells Kristen and Johnny that Rob was flustered this morning when they were talking about why Colton was murdered, and that maybe we should start looking in that direction.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, we're laying the groundwork.
And they didn't seem to be like opposed to it. Maybe we
Yeah,
didn't see the whole conversation.
they look like they were at least listening.
They
Um,
heard
they did.
her.
We get to the mission. Alan has on a really nice floral jacket. I really liked it. Um,
Paintbrushes in his coat pocket.
oh yes. There's going to be two teams. There's a team of 8 that are going to stay at the castle, and there's 3 people who will go with Alan to an art gallery. And there is a shield at the gallery that only they're able to get. Um, they try to decide who. Well, what's so funny?
This mission was so convoluted. There were so many fucking steps.
There was.
I was like, what? When he said this is the first time I didn't get what the fuck was happening after the instructions were told. He's like, you guys gotta split up. There's pictures, and then you take a picture, then you pose for a picture, and
Then
then you
there's
find
2 more
pictures.
teams.
It's like,
Uh,
what?
it
I
was
thought that was funny.
It was funny. Yeah, because when I was taking notes on this, I was like, wait, what are they going to do? Okay, they're going to say this. And then there's
Yeah.
2 more teams. Oh, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Yep.
I thought it would be 2, but I guess because of the picture, I was like, oh, are they going to call and describe the picture or are they going to try to paint like, I don't know, but
I thought they were painting as well. Because when they were like splitting up, they're like, who can paint? And they're like, Rob, or at breakfast, I think, they were like, who can paint? And Rob can paint. Oh, Rob's good at everything. And I was like, oh my God. This is annoying.
who's good at everything?
Yeah. That's so interesting. Who's always so helpful and responsive,
Yeah.
reliable?
And then they're trying to vote for who would go with Alan and be eligible for a shield, and Rob wants to. And Candiace is like, they just want to drink Rob's bathwater because he's such a faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But Mark, Kristen, and Rob are ultimately the ones that get to go with Alan. At the castle, there's 6 painting descriptions, and the players must reenact the descriptions and take a photo. This will send to the gallery, and those in the gallery must identify the painting. Each one right earns $3,000, so they can earn up to 18. There's 2 teams in the castle. There's Candiace, Eric, Steven, and Johnny, and then there's Tara, Natalie, Maura, and Dorinda. I took a picture of the first 2 to get a sense of what they would have to reenact, But then I didn't do the other four because I'm like, it just became one and the same. I was like, okay.
No. Yeah, we don't need to do all that. That's fine.
But the first one was tending the cattle, and it's a beguiling young milkmaid milks a somber Highland cow, while the other two cattle rest patiently in the meadow. Candice as the milkmaid was funny. She made
Hmm.
a sleigh face. She was
I
just like
really
serving
thought,
face.
yeah, I thought theirs was
I
good.
did too. Eric even had grass in his mouth. They committed.
They did.
Tara, Natalie, Mara, and Dorinda's, theirs is Welcome to the World. And there's two downtrodden farm hands carrying a newborn calf on a path, while its watchful mother strides gently at its side. These would be hard as fuck to do. I don't know how they did it.
No, and I think not the problem, but I think the hardest part is that these paintings have a lot of detail that you really can't always like figure
Hmm.
out, you know?
Yeah.
Like after this one was like Candace's group had four traders like talking,
Hmm.
and like in the painting the traders were in cloaks and stuff. And then
Yeah.
and they were like choking each other and stuff in their reenactment. I was like,
Right.
no, no, it wasn't a fight. You know, so
Yeah. So it's just, it's hard. I don't know how I
also
would do with this.
Rob's comments were always so left. Like his face looks like a pig. Oh, she's doing like duck face. Is it a fish? I'm like, is it a fish?
That's a
Seriously?
horse.
Like I was like, are you helpful? I don't think so.
Mm. But they match the Dorinda's team theirs, but
Hmm.
for the Candaces, they don't match theirs for that first one. Kristen ends up finding the shield because she notices a canvas is kind of blocked off or covered, and none of the other ones are. So she's able to find it, so that's good. Um, we get a montage kind of the rest. They get all of Tara's teams right, and then they only
Hmm.
get one of Candace's teams right. So they got 4 out of 6, which means they won $12,000. And the total in the prize pot is about $150,000, 800. So they got a decent amount.
Hmm.
Um, and the noun says the shield was taken, but he won't say by who.
Yeah.
So whoopee, the mission's over.
Yep. So then we head back to the castle to have some dinner and talk about Roundtable
Yeah.
suspicions.
Hmm.
So we see Natalie and Maura talking, and they are talking about Candice. Eric and Johnny are also talking about them, and Johnny mentions Candice as well, but also wonders like there has to be a man in the turret, right? And I was like, yes, Johnny. Actually, we haven't suspected many men. Now that I think about it,
Yeah, so maybe
pretty
so.
early in the on, cause more like or like we're looking at the women a lot. I interpreted that as we're looking at a lot of the women. Who is a man that's playing right now that we should look at?
Hmm.
So he wonders Steven. Kristen and Mark also are curious if there's a man who might be a traitor, because so far all the traitors have been women.
Hmm.
Um, Eric wonders why Colton was murdered, and they're like, maybe it was because he could rally votes and he like led the charge a lot, so they're still thinking about that.
Hmm.
Um, Johnny does go to Candace and warns her, so she's finally made aware that her name is out there.
Hmm.
We see Dorinda, Mora, and Tara talking, and they think Steven or Candace. But Lisa starts bringing up the situation with the gold. So in the day before, in the episode before, there was a mission where you had to have gold pieces, and then if you had the most gold pieces in your box, you could be up for like an advantage. And Lisa gave her gold to Steven. And Dorinda never noticed Lisa being close to Steven at all. So
Yeah.
that's suspicious to her. We see Steven and Candace are talking in the room alone, eating dinner. Johnny and Dorinda come in, and they're like, "No, can you actually give us the room?" And they leave. And Dorinda goes, "That's suspicious. That's interesting."
Hmm.
So Steven and Johnny are talking, and she's like, um, she, uh, Steven tells her, "Your name is out there." And she wonders to herself if Rob knew or if Rob planted it and what's going on. Like, how is my name out all of a sudden? And then she tells Steven she wonders, like, who was Colton really close to? And like who was he really playing with? And they kind of talk and they come to the conclusion that it was Rob. And then she mentions that Lisa was mentioned after Rob said it first. But then Rob comes in and joins and asks to talk to Candiace alone. So she was starting to plant seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But I really feel like she found out that she was out there a little too late.
Yeah.
Um, so Candiace and Rob talk. And she's like, I heard my name is out there. And he's like, yeah. I know.
By a lot of people.
Yeah. And he's like, don't worry, I won't push your name. And she's like, I feel like you already did. When did you find out that my name was out there? Oh, this morning. Which is a fucking lie because we know that Rob knew last night.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that much. She says as much. She's like, I feel like you're lying to me. And Rob's like, so you don't trust me? I'm sorry. And she's like, well, you said you were sorry to Lisa too. And he's like, I feel like you're taking it personally. And she goes, I feel like you're a snake.
Also, is she supposed to be happy about what's happening? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
I feel like you're taking it personal. The way he can never empathize with anyone is very annoying. Like this guy
Very.
is very like you seem to be having like you're taking this personal. Yeah, because I'm about to lose the game, you dumbass.
My life is on the line in this game, so yes, I'm not going to be like happy.
And yesterday you turned on all of us. What do you want me to like? I hate when people do shit and then just expect you to like be nonchalant and normal after that. Like, be so for real.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's like, well, if my name's up, yours will be up too. And he's like, I feel like that's bad sportsmanship. And she goes, well, I feel like you're a snake. So you do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Period.
And that's that.
Uh, this was the tension was thick there.
Definitely.
I wish I'm so disappointed. I low-key think they would have been a good feud that I wish lasted longer.
Yeah, they could have. I feel like if Rob had tried, you posted our clip on TikTok, and there were people in the comments that were like, Rob did try. Candiace wasn't interested, or Candiace, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I really don't feel like he took an effort to bring her in when he was like pushing Lisa down.
Yeah.
Lisa's ship was going down, and Rob was like putting weight on it. And I
Hmm.
felt like he could have just tried to talk to Candiace a little bit. But he is just really playing with the faithfuls only, isn't really caring too much about his relationships with the traitors. So,
No, and I guess now that we know what happens, I wish Candice would have been better at pretending she wasn't mad at Rob.
yeah, maybe that could have helped.
Yeah.
But I also it couldn't have because with or without Rob, like Rob's on your side, I guess, but how's that really going to help you?
Yeah. It's just ultimately, let's get to the round table. The round table's next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get to that because we'll see what the other faithfuls have to say.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we go in and Candice says that she's not raging. She is just serving the dish that was dished to her. Rob says he's dealt with a lot. I've dealt with a lot of conflict in my life. No, for some reason, for the rest of the episode, his accent is gone.
Yeah.
He's dealt with a lot of conflict in his life. He said he'll stay calm while she gets worked up. And I was like, oh, you're awful.
Very
Oh my
much
God.
so.
You're manipulative as hell. Like, you're really a
And
snake.
also, there has not been one time where Candace has gotten worked up in this game.
Literally, she's been so calm.
Hmm.
Even the confrontation they just had, very demure, very mindful. Both of them were
Very.
chilling. Were really calm.
Hmm.
Um, so Johnny starts the round table discussion. He said, Colton told me before he left to look out for Steven. And Steven's like, did anybody else hear that? Crickets. Dorinda changes the subject. She's like, in the challenge. Lisa gave you gold. She goes into all of that. Steven's like, what? I asked her for the gold, so she gave it to me.
Period.
Eric, it's time to reevaluate everything. We were wrong in some ways, we were right with some people, so now I'm just second guessing everything, especially now that Colton's gone. Candiace, you were very consistent with your votes on Ron and Donna until yesterday. And Candiace said, I also was reevaluating my process. I was wrong about Ron. I wasn't sure about Natalie or Lisa, so I just threw out a vote, a throwaway vote. And Eric was like, well, everybody was pretty sold on Lisa. Like, you could have just wrote her name down, essentially. And Candiace was like, well, there was a consensus before Roundtable that we'd all vote for Natalie. And Mark was like, who led that? Who said that?
Who said that?
And Candiace is like, well, Tara did. And I was like, when did that happen? This whole thing through me. I was like, I don't know. What are we talking about? Tara led a.
Yeah, and I kind of was like, well, Candace, don't throw Tara under the bus. She's one of your allies.
Right. And Tara's like, now why am I in it?
She's like, it was a group thing.
But before Tara can respond, Natalie's like, that's not fair, Tara. I thought you were my friend.
I'm like, didn't she vote for you? Like, what do you mean?
Right. Natalie's like, that's crazy because you told me in confidence that you believed me. And I was like, not Natalie making this about her.
Mm.
Why aren't we suspicious as Natalie? She acts so
She's so
fucking
bad at
weird.
this.
She's really bad. She's got no chill.
No, I'm
Like,
like,
Natalie, relax. Anyway, she's like, no, it's time for me to. We're not even. It's not even. You're not. You don't need
you're
to
not
defend
on the
yourself.
block. Like, you're fine. It's okay. And she voted for you. So why are you surprised that she talked about voting for you before she voted for you?
Literally. And then Tara's like, well, I did vote for you, but I didn't rally. It was a group though. And then I was like, well, can you just clarify who was in the group? Because I want to know about it now.
Right.
They move on. Candice says, well, I kept wondering why Colton? And at breakfast, Rob seemed really nervous. He dropped stuff, and he's always been really calm and quiet. And Rob was like, I was upset. I was very sad about Colton, but I have dropped a lot of forks in my life. Um,
I
and she
wish
also said
Candace
something.
didn't lead with that.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
he
wasn't
dropped
a
a
great.
fork.
He seemed nervous.
Like, uh, anyways, continue.
Mara goes, well, you threw away a vote at him yesterday, so now are you saying you think that he's a traitor? And Candace is like, well, I wasn't sure yesterday, but now he seems nervous. Also, he doesn't like often speak up. Also, you mentioned Lisa, and then Colton mentioned Lisa. I wonder if Rob was using Colton to like get his way in the game.
Didn't she
And
call him
Rob
his beard?
later she does, but
Oh, does
yeah,
she later?
essentially. Well, I get maybe I have it later, but it may have happened. Maybe she said it initially. And then Rob is like, "Well, Colton said it first, and then she didn't go home about Lisa. Colton said Lisa first. She didn't go home, so then I helped, bring some evidence against Lisa. But I do contribute to conversations when I feel like I have something to say." And Candace says that's interesting because you don't, say a lot. Maybe Colton was Rob's beard. And then that's it. This is the end of the roundtable. This is the shortest roundtable segment I've ever seen. I wonder if there was more.
I was so confused because I was like, wait, does this mean they all suspect Candace? Or is there smoke for Rob? Or are they
Yeah.
voting Steven? Or like, is this really how Candace goes out? Like, I feel like there needs to be more. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
There was really close to nothing. And Rob didn't even do his plan of like trying to make Candace mad. I was like, so much for your plan.
Right.
What did you actually do? You barely defended yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time to vote. So Candace, in her confessional, says she hopes people have her back. Rob says, oh, because before they like do this montage, Alan, Alan asks if anybody wants to use the dagger. They don't. Rob says he's keeping his dagger as leverage against the people who know he has it. And I was like, bro, you're like extra traitorous. Oh my God. Like, you
Uh,
really take your job seriously.
he
He's
is.
like,
I'm
I'm going to
surprised.
threaten people with my dagger.
Well, I'm also kind of like, I don't know. I guess if they don't suspect him, but if I'm someone and like he's keeping this dagger thing a secret, again, I would look at that like suspiciously.
Yeah, like, why do you want it so bad? It's
But I
interesting.
guess they haven't thought about that just yet.
Maybe.
But
Um, And then Johnny, we get a confessional from Johnny, who's like, in the game, you have to wonder like who you're connected with. And I love Candiace, but maybe she's been protecting me and the turret this whole time. It's time for the votes.
which is a good reason to keep her, you would think.
Maybe. So there are several votes cast, but there are three main people that get votes. Tara gets a vote from Natalie because Natalie's petty.
She is. I'm like, okay.
Natalie's like, you lied to me. And it's like, Natalie, we have stuff to do. Like, there's like traitors to get out, and you're worried about that. Natalie is so weird for that. But Candiace can't have a, you know what I mean? Like, Candiace can't vote funny, but Natalie can do whatever the fuck she wants. She can steal elixirs from people. She can be weird. She can yell at people. Like, how does nobody look at Natalie? She's weird as fuck.
May-
Or she's just so spastic they're used to it by now.
Maybe you'll come back to her next episode. We'll see. But
I'm like, girl, you're weird. Rob or Candiace votes for Rob, but everybody else votes for Candiace. And their main reasons are her throwaway vote, but also that she threw away a vote, but now she's actually voting for Rob. That seemed to really throw people off. Even Kristen voted for Candiace. Oh, so difficult.
uh,
Uh, so Candiace goes to the Circle of Truth.
sad.
I think this is the longest Circle of Truth speech yet.
Probably.
Well, I don't want to cry.
I don't want to cry.
I love you all so much. This experience has been life changing. I've never been in a situation where I connected with so many people so quickly. I feel like I played this game with valor, love, and respect, and with treachery because I'm a traitor. Woo! Everybody celebrates. Two in a
Hmm.
row. We did it.
They did it. Um, which, sad
Very
to see
sad.
Candace go, but it just, I don't, she should have never done that vote, I guess.
I guess.
I didn't think at the time, again, it would be that big of a deal. I guess what she should have done, but maybe then they would have flipped it. She should have, I think, damn, was she damned if she do, damned if she doesn't? But I don't know.
I feel like she was, but
Because I'm like, if you vote Natalie, at least that would have been consistent with who you thought. But then people could look at that as you're defending Lisa, and why wouldn't you want Lisa? But then if she voted Lisa, it would have been like, oh, a housewife turn on a housewife type of thing.
yeah.
So
I
I don't
think she
know.
was trying to show that she didn't support Rob in that moment, and voting for Lisa would have been bad. But yeah, maybe she should have just voted for Natalie, went back to the turret, act like everything was cool, let Rob do what he wants to do, and then
Hmm.
plant seeds for a day or two, and
Yeah.
then see if you could get him out quietly.
Hmm.
But she had already expressed her disapproval, so maybe he wouldn't have believed it if she like just started acting like it, you
Yeah.
know?
It would have been questionable, but I think the thing with Candace, and I love her, but I do feel as though she was almost the maker of her own demise and got in
Yeah.
her own way, which some have said that's the case of her in Potomac. Um, I didn't, I agree sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
And not about for the reason why she left Potomac, which I did post a TikTok about that if y'all want to follow us at the Shade of It All podcast. But I will say, I think she got so stuck in trying to keep the traitors together and avenging Lisa that she kind of just created not distrust because I get her not trusting Rob, but she created a reason for Rob to like sell her out even quicker if he wasn't going to do it by the end.
Yeah. And wait, did Colton say her name before the vote? I think he was saying her name.
I think we saw it, I think, after, but his
Oh.
reasoning we saw was like that she defended Lisa. Like it
Mm.
wasn't even about the vote, at least that we saw. So,
Yeah. Then if that's the case, then yeah, I don't think because with or without, Rob really didn't push for her to go home. It just her behavior confused everybody.
yeah, he like didn't say no, and he definitely was just like, oh, Colton said her name, but he wasn't pushing for her or spearheading it like he did Lisa.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, I think Candiace, she just, she was trying to find justice.
Yeah, and I think she was probably trying to protect herself from Rob because she's like, fuck, he's dangerous. As she, like, I get why she'd feel that way. Like, he is dangerous. I need to get him out. And
Yeah.
so, in between doing both, avenging Lisa, focusing on Rob, she kind of screwed
Hmm.
herself. Her execution wasn't great.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at the way she did it. I don't think she's stupid. I think she tried something and it just didn't work. It was
I agree.
too much too soon against somebody who's really insulated.
Yeah. And people just
Yeah.
don't think it could be him.
Which is insane, as we see. Because Candiace, in her confessional, says she's really proud of how she played. She loved everyone, and that's why this all stings. She is confident that they'll look at Rob, and if they don't, then the joke's on them, which we essentially said last week.
Period.
Like, okay, lose now. I don't
Yeah.
care.
And she had a triangle,
She did. A
which
little
we
triangle.
love.
Mm-hmm. They're at the table still. Mora's like, Candace did well. And I'm like, fuck off, Mora. You just voted her out. I'm so upset. But I like you a lot. It's okay, Mora.
It's okay, Maura.
Tomorrow
We'll
you can
forgive you.
talk. But for now, just like maybe be
Yeah.
quiet.
It's all good.
Rob is at the table, or he's leaving with a few other people. And I'm just like, I wonder why me? Like, is it just because I'm quiet? And I'm like, she thinks I'm a traitor? It's so crazy, right, guys? And they're all just eating it out. They're like, yeah, Rob, let me
Why would
touch
it
your
be you,
arm.
Rob? Rob, Rob, Rob.
Is that a snake on your arm? Oh my god, Rob, you're so hot. Like, And he in his confessional, he says he tried not to go too hard, so she didn't get mad and like expose him more or say something damning. But he does think that the two votes that she cast for him will come back to get him at some point. And I was like, I'm wishing and hoping. I'm hoping it does.
We can only hope the faithfuls will wake up.
Yeah. Dorinda and Johnny talk, and Johnny is like, now I know how you felt about Lisa because I'm really upset. Like, Candiace was my close ally. I kind of feel defeated that I believed her and that I was so close to a traitor. Johnny's having an existential crisis. And then Rob is talking to Steven and Eric, and he's like, did you notice Johnny? Like, he looked like really down, like deflated. And they're like, yeah, he did. And then at the mission, Candiace said that Johnny should get a shield. So now people are suspecting Johnny.
Which, okay.
It took a long way. It's a stretch, but I guess not to you guys. I don't know.
So
This show's hard to watch when you just see like people like wrong, so wrong, you know?
they feel wrong more than usual this season.
Definitely.
Despite they just got two traitors back to back.
Yeah.
It's just like the reason I don't know.
Yeah. Um, Kristen and Eric talk. This is where Kristen loses me. Kristen says the murders they always point somewhere. They actually almost never point anywhere.
Right.
But the murders point somewhere to Kristen, and she said the last murder pointed to Candiace. And she said Rob, but like, there's no way. And Eric's like, yeah, absolutely, no way. And she's like, he's such a sweet, sweet man, Kristen says about Rob.
Oh, Kristen.
You don't know him. He's not sweet.
No. I will say one thing though that I'm thinking of because I saw Monet tweet out and I
Ooh.
agree because she was just like Candace should have kept me. I pledged my allegiance to her in the castle, but she sold me out to let Lisa know. and then I was murdered. But I would have had her back at that round table. And I'm like, I do think
Oh,
one thing Candiace didn't do that Rob, I think, kept in the back of his mind is, yeah, you're a team, but you do have to think a little selfishly. So
yeah.
I think maybe Candiace shouldn't have told Lisa and they should have kept Monet. Because, yeah, you're protecting Lisa, but at the same time, Monet's not saying your name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we talked about this early on. Like they were working so closely for such a long time that this was the first time we kind of saw, at least in the case of Lisa and Candiace, not worrying about which faithfuls were still around and
Yeah.
only kind of focusing on the traitors and like, kind of just doing what's best for the team.
Yeah.
Which is really ironic because everybody pegs the housewives as such like backstabbers, blah blah blah, and it's really the fucking boy from Love Island who is, and the housewives were being super loyal. This is like the most loyal we've seen, like the closest we've seen the traders work, I think, in any season. Like they got
Yeah.
pretty far, episode 7,
Hmm.
before turning on each other. You know what I mean?
Like, that's good. And it's just like,
But
I don't
yeah,
know. It is funny that that is the reputation the housewives have when they're actually the most loyal.
they were the most loyal.
And like, I mean, on their respective shows, are they the most loyal, like housewives in
No,
general? No. But in
no,
this game where you don't know anyone,
they tried.
they do. So like, I wonder if that would
Yeah.
be used going forward. Like people
Yeah.
realizing that.
Yeah, but that is a fair point. She didn't really look out for her allies. She mostly looked out for the traitors. She
Hmm.
was hoping that Johnny and Tara and who else? I think it was mostly Johnny and Tara would have her
Maybe
back and not
Kristen.
vote for her. Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
So, um Mark, Rob, and Steven are talking. Just three clowns are having a conversation. And Mark is like, man, Candiace was running shit up there. And Rob's like, yeah, she was.
They don't give Lisa any credit. I think at one point Johnny was like, Lisa wasn't saying anything up in that turret. I'm like, she kind of was. Like, damn,
It
like, give
was.
Lisa a little credit.
Yeah, they played her.
Mm.
Donna's really the only one that never said anything. I felt like the three of them, they worked well together.
Yeah.
Natalie, Tara, and Mora talk. And Natalie says, I regret voting for you, Tara. That was really dumb. At least you know, Natalie.
Self reflective.
And Tara says, she's like, man, I feel like I've had it all wrong. Like I've been wrong so often. And Mora wonders if it's Johnny. So those are really, everybody is suspicious of Johnny. No suspicion on Rob. Like
Mm.
confirmed that they said it and we're like, that's crazy. So it's time for the turret. Because now Rob has complete control. He walks into the turret and says, it's nice to have some peace and quiet.
Boo, boo, tomato, tomato. Boring, boring.
Alan comes in. How does it feel to be the slayer of housewives? Feels pretty good. Fuck out of here. I hate you.
Yuck.
Yuck.
I hate that.
So, Alan explains that now you have you have to. You don't have an option anymore. You have to either recruit someone. You have to recruit somebody. And they can either join you or be murdered. Um, and so if they join you, you'll murder together tonight. So he runs through his options. He's like, I could take Johnny and then quickly banish him because everybody suspects him. I was like, oh my god, this guy.
I mean,
Shit,
he's not wrong.
he's not. But it's just the way that he's so like quick to be so treacherous. I'm like, you're really a traitor, damn.
No, he is.
Mhm.
As Candace said, they have different values.
Definitely. Um, or he could take someone smart like Eric, who could turn on but Eric could turn on him like he turned on Lisa and Candiace. So gotta think about that. Or he could take Mark, who has no suspicion, and they're already like close. There's already trust there. So a letter is placed on a chair, and Eric opens the door, and he's like, "Oh no!" He looks upset. And he picks it up, he reads it, and he's like, it's an invitation to a meeting at the bottom of the staircase. And he's like, I know this handwriting. I can see it. This is the handwriting of a traitor, and it's Johnny. No, it's not.
I was like,
Obviously.
Eric, how many times are you going to be loud and wrong about everything?
He's got good ears, Brandon. He knows it's Eric, and he knows Eric's handwriting somehow.
Like,
Or I
I,
mean Johnny.
it's
Johnny's handwriting.
like, he's so wrong. Like, literally, it's so funny because they've said multiple times in this game, you don't have concrete clues.
Yeah.
Like, it's no fingerprints, no anything like that. But anytime potentially there is a concrete clue, Eric gets it wrong every time.
It's true. It's true.
When it's the laugh and now it's the handwriting, which people were saying, oh, he sees the handwriting like in the round table because when they write the names.
Oh, but you write it
But
with chalk.
that, and also it didn't look like Johnny's handwriting. It was like messy handwriting. And Johnny has like the best penmanship usually at the round table. He does like a
LOL.
cursive, he'll do a little
Yeah.
thing. Like
Oh,
it's usually
really?
very nice. Like it
Yeah.
looks good. So why would you then see bad and be like, that is Johnny? I know it.
Oh, Eric.
Mm,
At least we're entertained.
that's true.
So he goes outside and Rob is standing at the bottom of the steps with a cloak on. Um oh, and then we see kind of a montage of Eric contemplating. He's like, "Can I do this? I kind of want to be left alone. Like this is what happens when you're a nice guy. Like am I going to get recruited? I don't really want to be a traitor, but could I do it?" And so he stands in front of Rob. He looks really nervous. Rob takes the cloak off, and Eric is shocked because it's not Johnny. And that's where the episode ends.
He was so surprised, which was funny because, and it
It
just
was
shows
hilarious.
no one thought at all it could have been Rob.
No, they're really not looking at him at all, which really sucks.
Yeah. Do we think Rob made a good decision?
About picking Eric.
Yeah.
Let's say
I was like,
which
what did he
choice.
do?
Um, mm, I mean, yeah, nobody really suspects Eric. I think Eric or Mark would have been smart if he wants an ally. But at this point, I don't know what's his intentions. You're gonna get him out? Is this someone who you can hurry up and get out? Is this someone who you want to work with?
Yeah. I
Because
just,
Eric doesn't have a lot of influence at roundtables, I don't think. Like
he
he
did with the
says stuff,
laugh.
right? But do they trust his judgment still?
That's the thing. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I would, I don't know if anyone suspects Eric at all. We haven't seen
No.
it. I don't know if anyone would because he seems like such a faithful.
Yeah.
So it's not as though he's gonna like go before Rob.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about that. And also, we've seen Eric turn on people who they thought were good with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Eric could easily turn on Rob.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe. Really? I don't know. I feel like knowing as Rob is a traitor, I don't know if like because as a faithful, changing up your vote and stuff, it's like you just kind of do it, you know.
Yeah.
But if he knew Rob was a traitor, I wonder if he could go against Rob. I feel like he'd be faithful to Rob.
He could be, he could plant the seed like, well, Candiace was going after him. Should we look into that?
Yeah, because he's definitely gonna notice, like, oh, you got Lisa out.
And
You
Candiace?
and Candace. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So
Unless he
it's
just
like,
blindly follows.
he might, I could see it going either way,
Yeah.
I guess. Whereas
Yeah.
Johnny, it could have been smart because he could have got Johnny out and then that.
And then what? Recruit again? Because there's three episodes, at least three episodes left. So
Yeah.
probably two more that you could, I guess, one night and another night to recruit if he had to.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe he could recruit again. It's tricky because maybe then he could push for Steven one night and then get Johnny out the next. I don't know. And he does have the daggers. So
Mm-hmm.
It's
Does
tricky.
Eric know? Was Eric part of that? I don't think he does.
I think he was. He was part of
Was
the
he?
Dagger Six. Yeah, he was. It
Oh,
was.
right, because he was there voting. He had a good poker face.
Yeah,
It was Natalie, Colton, Mark. Was Steven there too?
Steven, yeah.
Steven, Mark. Was Mark there?
You just said Mark, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm curious if it was Mark.
Yeah, Mark
So,
was.
so it was Steven, Mark, Colton, Rob, Natalie, Eric.
Eric,
Okay.
yeah. All them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm
I didn't
somewhat
watch the
interested.
preview. How did it look?
They didn't show much. They showed like,
Mm.
oh, we don't know what's gonna happen, and then there was like shots of them like throughout the castle, just like
Okay.
looking. So like
Okay.
we don't see anything, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm kind of like, also too, all the entertaining people are gone.
Yeah, this is gonna be real boring. Who's gonna tell us jokes now?
Who's
Mora?
gonna be
I think
funny?
we have to lean on Mora.
I guess. Um, but
She's the
yeah,
only funny one left.
she is, and she's even funny without trying.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was it. Any predictions or anything else you thought about the episode?
I don't care anymore.
Period.
I hope somehow Rob they suspect him. That's my only hope, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna set myself up for disappointment. Y'all let Rob win, cool. And then we'll see what happens.
I agree. Yeah, I won't lose sleep
But
over anything.
definitely. But as a game player, as playing the Traitors, he's playing really well. So can't
He
hate on
is.
him too much.
Got to give it to Rob. I mean, I we watch Rob on Love Island, like we said, so we're low key like,
No,
although
he's
this is a
awful.
game, this is kind of how he is.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely indicative. He's got a pattern of behavior, and
yeah,
this is not traitors. It's traitor. He just wants. No, Rob is playing Survivor. He's like,
yeah,
I want to be the last one standing. And all right, if that's how you took it, you know, you didn't want to work with other traders, or you were
yeah,
quick to sell them out. You know,
right.
even when he was talking to Candiace, he's like, it's called traders. Well, we have different ways of looking at it.
Yeah, we're aware,
Um,
Rob. Also,
yeah,
I
we
saw
know what the
someone
fucking
online
game is
trying to
called.
say, well, wasn't Love Island also a game? I'm like, not really. There is a winner, but you often forget about it until the very end.
Yeah, not in the same sense at all. You're supposed to build relationships and maybe not be mean to people and yell at women for having opinions and maybe wanting you to be honest with them.
And on that note, thank y'all so much for listening. Make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Please give us five
Yes.
stars. If you could leave a review, we love to shout those out. You can
Mm-hmm.
also give us 5 stars on Spotify and leave comments on the episodes. We love to respond to those. You
We
could
do.
subscribe to or subscribe. Oh, yes. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. If you want to see our beautiful faces instead of just listening to our beautiful voices, you could
Yeah.
subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Shade of It All Podcast. We also post fun clips on TikTok at the Shade of It All Podcast. We have our Instagram that we'll probably delete at some time, but if you want to follow in the meantime, at the Shade of It All Pod. We have our Patreon, which for only $3 a month at the Shade of It All, for only $3 a month, you can watch shows live with us. We've been doing Potomac lately every Monday, but this week we'll be doing Traitors because Potomac is off due to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So we'll watch it Thursday night then?
Yes, Thursday at like around 9 when it drops, I
9
think.
Eastern. Okay. So join
9
us.
p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be super fun. So yeah, for only $3 a month at the Shade of It All on Patreon. But with that being said, we'll talk to y'all next time.
Oh,
Bye.
wait. Summer
Oh,
House.
oh yes, Summer House. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Maggie. Summer House. We will be covering Summer House.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned. We missed last week because we wanted to cover Potomac and like Summer House had like a long premiere, and a lot of new people. So we wanted time to like digest and get
Yeah.
acclimated. So we will be covering episodes 1 and 2 of the new season of Summer House this week. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. I did watch the premiere. It was really good, but I definitely want to rewatch.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, no, it's a good time. Excited to talk about Summer House.
It's gonna be fun. So stay
Yeah.
tuned. We'll drop the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. So look out for
We'll
that.
cover the first 2 episodes. I mean.
And with that, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.